What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Ahead of the Curve. It is 1:46 a.m. Friday morning. Most of y'all, well, the 4 or 5 of y'all that will be the majority of our viewers will probably watch this Friday at your, after sunrise. Watch at your leisure. If I'm going to be doing this in mornings and doing this at 2 a.m. and posting it the next morning, I'm going to start calling this show Morning Wood. So, welcome back, everybody, to the newest edition of Morning Wood. I am Robbie, your host, whether you like it or not. So we've got some big news in baseball. We've got 4 AL division series going on. 3 of them are now over. All 4 featured teams in the same division as one another, which is kind of cool. I've never seen that before. The Dodgers completed their sweep of the Padres today, 3-0. They finished that off. The Padres need experience. They need to learn. They need to grow as a team. They are led by a lot of young guns in Fernando Tatis, in Dinelson Lamet, in Jake Cronenworth. A lot of their team is young guys that need to build on positive postseason experience, and they weren't going to be expected to win it all this year. Tatis has, in particular, close to my heart, bright future. He's going to be the heart and soul and heartbeat of this team for a long time. Moving on to the Braves and Marlins, that one's over too. The Braves pitching looked stellar. Now, the Marlins offense was kind of anemic all season, so we shouldn't put too much stock in the Braves pitching being elite. Marlins, too, they're another young team led by young players. They brought up a bunch of young guys, young guns. Sixto Sanchez looked electric this season, but he did not look so sharp in the playoffs. Braves just outpitched him. Marlins are another team. They're a young team, the young core. They need experience. That's all there is to it. That's their winning formula, is go out and get experience. So what we've got in the NLCS, the championship series, we're going to have the Braves and the Dodgers. The Dodgers are making their 4th in 5 years. And they are doing it on the strength of one Will Smith. Not that Will Smith. He's on the Braves. Not that Will Smith. I need to fire my media guy. There he is, Will Smith. Catcher for the Dodgers. He's a young dude. He's only played about 91 career games, but in those games, he's at a 44 home run pace. And he does it with exceptional patience and a flair for run production. And on top of that, he plays some good defense. Now, today, he went 5 for 6, drove in 3 runs with 2 doubles. He is a big piece of their future. He's obviously not their best player. They've got some guy named Bellinger who made a ridiculous catch in center field and won the MVP award last year. And even better than him is Mookie Betts. The Boston fans that used to cheer for him would say that he's plays wicked hot or something like that, but they don't get to say that anymore since they traded him. And they are missing him, I'm sure, because not only was he the best player on the Dodgers this year, but he makes a strong case for National League MVP. Maybe he doesn't win it because of a guy on the opposing team in the National League Championship Series, one Freddie Freeman. He was ridiculous in the regular season, and he's been nothing but clutch in the playoffs. He is a guy who's going to be really difficult for the Dodgers to get rid of, and he hits lefties and righties about equally well. So that's going to spell trouble for guys like Clayton Kershaw, guys like Walker Buehler, guys who pitch from both sides. So it's going to be a tough series. It's going to be a slugfest. Both teams have ridiculous offenses, and ultimately it's going to come down to the Braves pitching. The Dodgers had the best bullpen in baseball this year with a 2.77 bullpen ERA. They had everyone from a young guy in Brusdar Graterol, whose name sounds more like a dead Game of Thrones character than a baseball player, all the way to the reclamation project Jake McGee, who they picked up off the scrap heap and who has been ridiculous this season. So it's all going to come down to pitching. Whoever's pitching staff gets abused less is going to win this series. And ultimately, it's probably going to end up being the Dodgers. My pick will be the Dodgers to win in the National League Championship Series. I won't be surprised if they don't, because I'm terrible at making picks about things, but I'll be even less surprised if they do. Moving on to the American League, the Astros beat the A's today. Boo. The A's weren't ready. They gave up 33 runs in 4 games. Their pitching staff got absolutely obliterated by the Astros, and presumably the Astros did it without Buzzers, Binns, or Beltran helping them out. So we're going to have to hope that they did it cleanly, because they are woefully undermanned against either of the 2 teams still remaining in the division series. Yes, the Yankees and Rays. The Yankees won tonight 5-1 on the strength of a remarkable pitching performance from, well, maybe not remarkable, but certainly better than anything else Yankee starters have been able to do. Jordan Montgomery, he's a guy who has missed a season recently with Tommy John, and he came back looking pretty damn solid. 5 strong innings tonight. And the bullpen shut it down, made it go. So Yankees are going into Game 5 against the Rays. I told everybody this season at the start of the year, do not sleep on the Rays. Don't sleep on the Rays. Don't sleep on the Rays. The Rays are fucking good. They're well coached, they're scrappy, and they are really tough to get away from. So this is a team with pitching. This is a team with bats. Randy Arozarena, who none of you have heard of, looks like he might be the best player in baseball right now. Now, of course, that's hyperbole, but he is hitting 600 in the postseason. He's been hitting dingers like crazy, and he's one of the fastest guys on the Rays roster. So he can affect every phase of the game, and he is finally having that breakout that's been expected of him since he was a 5-tool player in the minors. And of course, the Rays are just really good at picking up guys off of other teams and turning them into superstars, and that might end up being the case here with Arozarena. Looks like him and Meadows are going to be really good bookends in the outfield for Kevin Kiermaier as his career winds down. And he's goes from being a Gold Glove center fielder with a middling bat to a above average center fielder with a poor bat. Whatever's going to happen. He looks really good right now too. Kevin Kiermaier is hitting out of his mind. But Game 5 of the ALDS, it's going to be Garrett Cole pitching for the Yankees, of course, and Tyler Glasnow, kind of a surprise decision for the Rays. He's pitching on 2 days rest, and 2 days ago he got his ass beat. I gave up 4 earned runs in 5 innings. He did strike out a handful, but that doesn't cut it. Now the Rays did win that game. Cole and Glasnow are both 2-0 in this postseason, both striking out over 14.5 guys per 9. They're just two of the most electric pitchers in the game, and it's going to be really fun to watch them work against each other. Ultimately, it's going to come down to pitching. Again, Cole has the longer track record, but Glasnow's got the stuff. Not that Cole doesn't have the stuff, but Glasnow's got stuff. 6'8" and throws 99 miles an hour with a big old sweeping curve. If Glasnow can put it together like he did in the Rays' first postseason game, it's going to be tough. So whichever team can scrap out a run or two is going to win this game. My heart says the Yankees, but my head says the Rays. So a Rays-Dodgers World Series would not be the impossible thing, or would not be the most impossible thing that anyone ever saw, which would actually be kind of cool. Be the Andrew Friedman, bowl, I guess is what you want to call it. Andrew Friedman he is currently in the Dodgers, building the Dodgers, and he was once a front office guy for the Rays and did an amazing job with them in their last World Series run. Runner-up to the Phillies in 2008. So that's it. That's your baseball minute. That's Morning Wood. Questions, comments, concerns, drop them below, or tell me in person, or don't tell me at all, and I will either improve or not. So thanks again to our sponsors. We've got, of course, as always, Bombshell Bowling. They've got shirts. They've got tanks sometimes, usually, and right now they've got hoodies. So go get your loudmouth hoodies. And, of course, my trainer. He gave me these. Jake Borden at Rap Fitness. Go see him if you want to get fit. Go see him if you want to hit golf balls a long way. That's about it. Y'all have a wonderful night, wonderful morning, and toodles.